Got too many things to watch these days, guys. Too many things to keep control of. Hey, Karen. Hey, Kathy. Thank you for being here. There's another Karen and Bebo, or Bebo, is it Bebo or Babo? I was thinking about that the other day after I got off of here. Let me know if it's Bebo or Babo. All right. So anyway, so I always take my, when I'm making my bows by hand, I always come up here and I just try it on for size, just exactly like you were trying on a pair of jeans, you know. This ribbon's gonna, or this bow's gonna have 2 ribbons, and I want it, it's gonna be larger on one side than it is on the other. I'm gonna put 1 loop on going this way, and then I want 2 loops coming down this way so that it kind of fills this gap, because I'm gonna have it kind of angled. And now actually, you know, I got the wrong ribbon. I want my black ribbon first. I just grabbed that polka dot to show you. But we'll start out with this one. When I'm hand making my bow, I usually build my bow upward rather than, you know, some people will build it from the top down. What I show you is going to be from the bottom ribbon up. Now you can always adjust it if you decide you want to add something to the bottom. You can always adjust it easily, but that's the way I start. So I want this bow to, or this tail to be down a little bit long because I want it to drape and kind of curl around. So I'm giving myself plenty of room, and I'm just going to take this up here. I'm going to pinch it, and then just going to put it up there and look about what look about what's going to look right for it. I want the florals to be the star of the show in here. All right, so now I've got just my loop, holding it with my 3 fingers, my thumb and my index finger. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it in, I'm going to pinch it, just like that. All right, so all I got is just a loop pinched. All right, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to twist it. So the right side of the ribbon is showing. I'm going to take it back up to the back, like this. And if you want to, you can compare your loops like this, just to see if, you know, if your loops are about the same size. They do not have to be perfect though. All right, so we're going to pinch it again, and we're going to twist it again so the good side of the ribbon is forward. All right, so we just got a fancy bow tie. And really, if you had something small and dainty like this, you could probably stop right there. This looks just a little bit large. I'm going to pull that in just a bit. Okay, so now I've got this. Now I'm just going to take this back to the back, just like that. I'm going to pinch it, just like this. I'm going to twist it. So now I've got my first layer done. Everybody with me? Everybody doing good? Hey, Evelyn, or Eve. Is it Evelyn or Eve? Let me know, North Carolina. You know who I mean. I saw your email today, and I'm not sure which to call you. All right, so we've got this going right now. And like I said, I wanted it to be a little bit larger. The yellow, I want a little bit larger on this side. And when I place it into the design, it's going to be up here. I want a good amount of this basket to show, because, you know, the customer wants a basket, so they don't want the basket to be completely covered with ribbon. Now, to add another ribbon, all I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to build this from the top or the bottom up. All I'm going to do, now I'm going to just take this, I'm going to lay this right over the top. I'm going to pinch it, just like that. Again, I'm going to twist it, bring it back to the center. I'll bring this out just a little bit, just so it doesn't have to be the same size as my base ribbon, but I don't want it to be real small, because again, the customer, I know she likes this ribbon really well. All right, now I'm going to twist it. Okay, now I'm going to bring it back to the front here. Again, I'm going to measure my ribbon, and I just noticed I don't have my ribbon turned completely down here. I'm going to go ahead and complete that turn. That way my bow loop's going to lay right. What I meant was right down here. It wasn't twisted completely. So you want to be sure that twist is complete 180. So then your bow loops are going to lay right. All right, now if I wanted to, I could stop right here. But I want to put another yellow loop. So I'm going to twist it. Again, making sure I did the complete 180. I'm going to take it right back to the middle. And then I'm going to pinch it. Now, if you wanted more tails, you can make another loop and then you could trim those, you know, just cut those loops. But I'm going to leave it just like this. And I'm looking at my loops. I think I've got another one that's a little bit long, so I'm going to pull this one in. Just make whatever adjustments you need right now. I'm going to trim this off. Hope I'm staying in camera range for everybody. All right, now I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. This is what I'm looking at. I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and I'm going to run it right down through, getting all my ribbon. I'm going to run it right by the palm of my hand. I'm going to pull it back over. Okay, and it's actually coming out here between my middle finger and my pointer finger. Now I'm going to twist it. I don't want to twist it a lot because I don't want a big stalk on here where this pipe cleaner is going to be, you know, a big stem. Then the bow's going to be floppy. I want to be able to put it up flush up against here. So that's our bow. And I typically, you probably heard me say before, I typically do not go ahead and trim my bow tails at this point. I usually will go ahead and, you know, get the design made, and then I'll decide how much I need to trim it. But here it is. So how easy is that, right? You guys can do it. Hey, Mary. Hey, Deborah. Deborah, you're in Vegas. I know. And I got your message yesterday. Did you get my email, Deborah? I accidentally pushed the wrong button. I hope you understood that. That's not a good thing to happen on vacation. Okay, so that's the first. I have no idea what that was. Sounded like we just, oh, you know what, I bet it is. I bet I know what it is. I had pulled out some of this ivy, and I bet the rest of it just fell out. I'm almost afraid to walk on the other side of my magic wall here. Did you guys hear that? Hey, Mimi, how are you? And Adele. There's Vonda. Thank you guys for being here. I was telling the people on TikTok, as you come in, let me know what your name is, because a lot of times I can't tell. I mean, like Vonda, I can tell that, and Adele, I can tell that. Mimi, I can tell, and Cheryl Miller. So, but a lot of times it's user 123456, you know, that, something like that. So, George, yes. Yes, if you guys are new, and if you are new, let me know. Because we do have a lot of new folks joining in. I'm going to make another bow here in a second. But Jamie was saying it was George. And if you don't know, I'm getting actually goosebumps here. We have a friendly ghost here in the workshop. And one time my granddaughter was actually here. She likes to be the MC whenever she's here when I'm doing a video. And you know, I'm doing my thing, and the camera, it has a facial recognition thing that it follows you, and actually it was picking up and moving over in this area back here behind me, and we decided the workshop is haunted, but it's a friendly ghost, and we named him George. So George again, that's right. So anyway, I'm gonna, Nancy says not George. Let me walk back there and peek. I'm just gonna walk and see if in fact that's what happened. I'll be right back. No, it was not what happened. Another one of the baskets I've got, if you haven't seen it before, I've got all my florals are in baskets attached on the other side of this wall, which everybody calls it my magic wall. But anyway, something fell out of there. So, all right, so let's go ahead and we'll do the next one. We've got this bow done, and it's also going to be a handmade one. Most of the times when I'm making something, like a wreath or an arrangement, something like that, most times I want to make my bow by hand. For the very reason I was showing you that you can, I can put it up next to it and make sure it's right to scale. But now sometimes I'll use a bow maker if my hands are really, really sore, or say I've got something I need exact same measurements on my bow. So anyway, let me get, now the next one is going to be a moss basket. These guys, if you haven't made a moss basket and you're into florals and that kind of thing, you need to grab one of these when they come out. They are very popular. I love to work with them. They're just something different, but this is going to be my other design. This is what we're going to work on after I get the bow made, okay? So anyway, I've got these two ribbons. I'll show you what florals, and this is what I actually matched. You know, this was the inspiration here. And at first I was going to be making a wreath, and then I remembered I had a few of these moss baskets left. But this floral pick here is the inspiration. And I saw this at market, gosh, it was right at a year ago that I saw this at market, and I fell in love with it. I just love the colors, how they pop. Can you guys see it? It has the lime green. It has kind of a, it's not really fuchsia. It's like more like a berry color, and it has the purple. You guys can see it too. But I just fell in love with it, and but I didn't think about how hard it's going to be to match things with it. but anyway, so I was going to make a wreath today, but then I remembered I had these moss baskets, and this is what I took to actually choose my ribbon with. I just took it over to my wall, and I found this butterfly ribbon that I have. Isn't that going to be perfect? And then I wanted a secondary ribbon to go with it. I mean, I could just use that. In fact, if it gets too busy, I would go back to just using this. I've used this by itself before. But then I've got this D. Stevens ribbon. If you don't know, D. Stevens is a designer type ribbon. Usually a little bit more pricey and a little higher end. It is double-sided, and it has my two exact colors that I'm missing. Can you see that? It has the kind of a berry, and then it has the lime green. So I'm like, how perfect. Actually, I have to say, Elena from Greenery Market, she actually had the idea because she knew exactly which floral pick I was trying to match, and she knew she had these ribbons in stock, and so that's what we came up with. So anyway, let's make our bow first. Now I've got a 2.5 inch ribbon and a 1.5. I most often will put the 2.5 inch on bottom. There's rare occasions when I'll put it on the, or I'm sorry, there's rare occasions I'll put the 2.5 on top of a 1.5, but I do it every now and then. So again, I'm going to take this and I'm going to try it on for size. I'm going to set it right up here, and also I want my bow tails to be longer. Now with this one, I'm thinking I'm going to make just one loop on either side of the butterfly ribbon, and then I'll make one or two, well, I'll make one, maybe 3 loops with that one. But the reason being, it's, you know, it's a bigger ribbon, so it's going to require less loops to make a larger bow. So I'm going to take it up here. I'm going to pinch it to where I want my tail. Okay, and remember what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're just going to take it right up in back of it. Hope you guys can see well. Okay, good, Deborah. I was hoping that you saw that. I felt terrible. I deleted that and it was gone before I could even think. But anyway, all right. So let's try this on for size, and if I can see it a little bit better. I'm trying to stay out of your guys' way, but I don't want it overwhelming. Again, I want the florals to be the star of the show, not the ribbon. So I'm going to bring it here, and I think this is an 18-inch basket, if I remember. Yeah, it's an 18-inch basket, and this bow loop is going to be about 5.5 inches long. So I'm just taking it, I took it to the back, I'm going to pinch it. Okay, got it pinched, we just have one loop there. Now we need to bring the good side of the ribbon around. Make sure I'm in the screen here. Get the tail out of the way there. I'm going to make sure I twist that all the way around, 180, so I'm looking at the good side of the ribbon again. Now I'm going to take it back to the back. I'm going to pinch it. Check my bow loops, and I think I got them a little bit uneven, so I'm just going to kind of work with them and get them the same length. Now I'm going to twist it, and now I've got my other tail. I don't know, that looks kind of big. Let me look at there. It looks a little bit big to me. Yeah, I'm going to drop that down just a little bit. And see, I can adjust it just like this right here in my hand. I don't have to start everything all over again. I can just adjust it as I need. Now I have to fix my twists here. Again, I'm bringing it down, and this also, depending on your taste, I'm bringing it down because I don't want it to overwhelm. Okay, I like that a little bit better. So that's probably about a little over 4.5-inch loop. So we've got our two tails, or I'm sorry, our two loops. Now, let me trim this off. And we're going to take this gorgeous D. Stevens ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? And again, the perfect colors. And I'm just going to lay this right over the top. Get my tails about the right length. If you can see, I'm just measuring it right next to my tails there. I'm going to pinch it. Now, on this ribbon, if I wanted to, I wouldn't have to necessarily twist the ribbon because it's double-sided, right? But I'm going to. I want mostly the green to show. I want just a hint of the berry color to show. All right, so I twisted it. Now I'm going to come back to the center. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to twist it. Back to the center. I'm going to check my loops. This one's a little long. Make sure all my twists are good. And I think I am going to put a third loop here of this ribbon. And again, I twisted it just because it's so pretty. I can always trim it out if I don't like it. All right, so I've got 3 loops here. trying to decide, do I want a fourth loop of it? I think I do. I'm going to put a fourth loop. Again, I can trim it out if I decide later that I don't like it. I hate to waste the ribbon if I do that, but just know that's an option. You can always turn it into a tail too. So I twisted it. Now I'm going to bring it right back to the middle. And again, it's not one size fits all. So I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, trying it on. Now again, if I wanted that purple or the berry to show, I could turn it, but I want to keep that, and then I'm going to curl it as I finish this design. So I'm going to trim this off. But so many people get frustrated making bows. Just it takes practice. There's a learning curve, like with anything. And it just takes practice and patience. And eventually you'll get it. And like I said, you'll find, there's all kinds of us, that make bows and have videos. Just try different methods and see what works best for you. All right, so now I'm going to take this pipe cleaner. I'm going to run it right here by the meat of my thumb. It's going to come out. Coming out between my middle finger and my pointer here. Middle finger and my pointer. Now I'm going to take this over the top. And I'm going to pinch it. Again, I'm not going to make a big, a whole bunch of twists where I make a big stem on here, because I want that bow to be flush up against there. Now here's another thing too. I very well could have omitted the butterfly ribbon and just gone with this ribbon here, and maybe brought in a little purple, a little lavender ribbon. I do have actually a lavender ribbon, but if you like butterflies. Okay, all right, I'm going to look through and see if anybody has any questions. Hey, Berlin. There's Diane. How are you guys? Oh, you're welcome, Vince. You're very welcome. Arkadelphia, Arkansas. I'm getting ready to head your way soon, Brenda. I got to go to, they moved to Benton, Arkansas. Oh, thank you for the coins, Shirley. I appreciate that. Or the stars, I should say. Thank you so much. Okay, Eve, you answered to both names. Okay. Hey, Charlotte. Can't see for all the messages. I'm not putting any messages on screen, unfortunately. Robbie, I don't know what you're talking about, unless somebody's putting an ad on here. I am monetized on Facebook, so they'll run some ads, but I don't have any control over that. So I don't know if that's what it is, Robbie, but I'm not putting messages on screen. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Hey, Liz. Oh, thank you, Diane. Diane, making bows by hand was not always easy for me. I'm hard-headed enough. I was determined I was going to learn, and just doing, I do gobs of bows, so it just takes practice. Honhart, yes, I do have a YouTube channel, and it's under adorabledecodecor.com. So yes, thank you for asking. And there's lots and lots of videos there for bow making. Hey, Phyllis, thank you for following. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for your rose. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know on Facebook. Like I said, I don't know unless it be ads. I don't know about the messages. So can't hear a thing. Sharon, if you can't hear anything, then and nobody else is having that problem, then it's on your end. And what you'll need to do is go out and come back in, and then that usually will fix it. We'll catch the replay, Liz. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. Like I said, I wanted to go ahead and design at least part of this. I don't know what time it is. Let me look here. Okay, so we got a little bit of time. So I'll go ahead and start the design on this. And I've already put some moss in, or some foam and a little bit of moss in here in this basket. I always love working with these. They're just, you know, they usually go pretty quickly and they're fun, I think. And there's something you can use you can hang them up inside the house, outside the house. Be good for somebody, say, that's in a nursing home or a skilled facility where they don't have a whole lot of room. As far as greenery, I'm thinking I'm just going to use this fern pick I've got. Let me go ahead and get the tag off of it. Whoa. I just pulled on this a little bit too hard. I was just getting ready to say fluff it. I'm going to dip this in a little bit of glue. I don't know why they don't glue this to start with. I've never understood that. They just stick them on. So anyway, I've stuck that right back on there. Now it's better than it was. And I'm just going to fluff it to start with. Put a little bit of greenery to get it started. So who else has made a wall basket before? I like doing them. And you can make them for any season. Like I said, these moss baskets are really popular. I'm just looking to see, do I need to make, I think I might just use 2 of these. I was thinking I might need 3, but I think 2 are going to be fine. Everybody keeps on sending me, in my family keeps on sending me messages. I'm like, why? Okay, let me look here. Might have to make a pilot hole. Nope, it went in good. So I'm going to go ahead and get some glue on here. Sometimes when you've got a big stem like what this has, I'll show you here in a second. It has a, where I trimmed it off was about here. And it's got a big thick stem here. Sometimes you got to make a pilot hole. Actually, I want to put that down just a little bit further than what I did. I'm going to take it off of the thing. I don't want to break the handle. That can happen. I've done that before. Alright, so I might come back and I might shorten a little bit of this, but I'm going to go ahead and get the base started. Laura Live Cape Coral, thank you for being here. Hey Carol. Well, if somebody can message her, well, let me see if I can just message her here. She can't hear me telling her that she has to go out and come back in. Or it might be muted on her end too. If somebody wouldn't mind to message her, Sharon. She's saying she needs the voice, can't hear anything. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to trim this off again. Get a little bit of glue. when you push things in these baskets, like I say, you don't want to just pull down on the handle like that, because they will break. And I've got to watch myself because I want to do, that's what I want to do. Now, I've debated on whether I want to put some of this. I've got this ivy that I pulled out. I've been debating, do I want to put some of that, but I think I want to put some florals in first. And like I said, we've got, it has the berries, berries, and then it has the lime green and some purple in it. And I think that's going to be a little bit too tall, so I'm going to cut it into 2 sections. Let's see how I can tear this down. It's still pretty tall. Might even have to tear it down even more, because I don't want it to, you know, come up here and completely cover that moss basket. So I'm going to trim it down real close. That means I'm going to have to probably pick them, because I don't think these are going to be firm enough to stick through that moss. And I am going to get rid of this, has this foam leaf. I'm not really a fan of that. These guys that are smaller, I don't really care too much, but the other one I don't want. So. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to start placing some of these. Some of them I want taller, some shorter. Hey Sharon, how are you? There's Susan, late to the party. That's okay. You can always watch the replay if you want to. I'm just going to start playing around, placing these different, since I tore it all completely apart. This one's the one I'm worried about. The stem might be a little thick to get down into the foam, which it is. It's thick and it's flimsy. So I'm going to have to put a pick on it. I'm talking about my steel pick, which we did a video of that yesterday or the day before, and it's gone off like hotcakes. But I'm going to use my steel pick machine. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a couple of videos here, and it just puts a little, like a little harpoon on the end of your stem. Because it's too flimsy, it won't go into the foam. Actually, it'll kind of help me, because I was wanting something a little bit taller back here. Alright, here's another one of those foam leaf things. I'm going to trim that off. I'm not a fan. And this also, I'm going to have to pick this. But I'm wanting to see where I'm going to put it first. I want it right here back in the middle because it's kind of tall. Kathy, how are you? Where do I get the steel pick machine? I got mine at Hobby Lobby years ago, but it was pricey, but back then we could use our coupon. I know a lot of people get them from like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, that kind of thing, because you know, back when the pandemic started, there was a lot of florists that were putting things up for sale there, and then some people just go ahead and sell them there because they get out of the business or whatever. But anyway, that's where I know a lot of people have gotten them. Now, if you do decide to look on Facebook Marketplace or someplace like that, be sure it comes with the weight. If it doesn't come with the weight, you don't want it. I suppose maybe you could order one of those if you found a real steal, but I don't know. All right, I'm just trying to trim down this stem here. Another bit of the berry part. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna put some over here. This is still all that same pick, or that same bush. That I had to tear it apart. And again, the only reason I deconstructed it was because it was just too tall. Now I'll get another one. Hey Mandy, how are you? Alright, so let's see what else we need to put in here. I was wanting a little bit more of this lime green to kind of lighten it up a little bit. That's why I thought we might bring this in, but I want to get the bow on before I make a decision on that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this lime green first. And trim it all off while I'm at it. I want it up here, but I want it taller. I don't think a steel pick's going to be tall enough, so I'm going to have to put a wooden pick on it. And that is just entails, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just taking this, it has a wire on it. Just taking it right here by the stem, wrapping it around. And then put some floral tape on it. Because the steel pick will I only get a couple of inches of height off of it, so it wasn't going to be tall enough. So now I just take that tape and cover it. Okay, so now I've got a longer stem. I probably don't need it quite that long, but we'll try it. I wanted it to go back in the back and a little bit high. And then we'll start bringing those other colors in. Berries up here. Actually, I've got a longer one. Let me see if this will work. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the bow on here. As I said, I'm not sure. I might. Yeah, and that'll tell me where I need to space everything else out. That right there. Might have wanted to trade those two places. I might do that. Oh, Rafaela, welcome. You've been here before in Southwest Texas. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you joined in. Actually, my boy's in Grapevine. I haven't gotten to the southwest part of Texas just yet. Been to the east part, the southeast part, but not to the southwest part. Where did I get the spray, Mandy? I got that from, I got it at Market a year ago. And I don't know if they still have it. It was Select Artificials is where I got it. But yeah, I got it a year ago. Or I ordered it a year ago, I should say. I've had it for a while, I just haven't used it. But I'm not liking where this one is. It's, let me see if I can bend him over a little bit. Don't want him to be hidden. And I don't want purple on purple either. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Just because. We'll see if we have to move it later. This guy's right. Got one more of these. Put him back. I think I need to put him right in there. Almost all of these I'm going to have to pick because the bottom there is just really flimsy. It's thick enough, but the wire is just really flimsy. Like to see more of the burgundy. Yeah, it's more of a berry actually in real person, but I'll be dealing with that here in a minute. I'm going to be turning where you can see some of this, a little bit more of the berry. But yeah, you're right, Rafaela. That's on my radar. Get this in here. Okay, I'm going to stand right in front of it here a second just so I can kind of see what I've got going here. I need a little bit more greenery in here too. So let's see. I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to put a little bit more greenery right there in the middle. I have this Nandina bush. We might use that, but I want to put a little bit more of that bush like what we started with. It has a lot of eucalyptus. I'm just going to bring some of it out. If you haven't watched me much before, I deconstruct about everything I use. I tear it apart. That's when I'm at the market shopping. That's one of the things I'm looking at. Oh, thank you, Han Hart. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm supposed to be live there today too, but for some reason, I don't know if it ever picked up. Let me look. I tried to go live on YouTube today, but well, there it is. So I guess we are. Okay, sorry YouTube, I didn't think it was working. I see we've got people over there. Hey Donna. There's Angela and Vanita. Thank you guys for being here. Vicky. Yes, I I don't know why I couldn't get YouTube to pick up when I started, and so finally I just gave up. But I'm just going to put this little, I don't know if it's eucalyptus, it looks like, this little bit of eucalyptus right there, right in this hole. Might be a little bit long, but let me see. Just kind of fill that space right in there. We need a little bit of something draping over as well. I do have this little lighter piece of fern here. We can use that. Actually, that would look good right there. Shape it a little bit. A little bit more. Trying to tear it apart. There we go. And actually this piece, I'm just going to stick it right through the basket. Once I get all of it put back together. Like I said, some of these are not glued, or well, all of them aren't glued together, and sometimes they fall apart. And I just glue them right back on there. And actually it's probably better off than it was to start with. Group members, are we still doing okay on time? We have wreath critiques. Usually I don't make something on Tuesdays, but I was just kind of in the mood to do it today. And we've got our wreath critiques at 3 o'clock Eastern. Let me see what we're doing on time-wise. Oh, we're still good. Anyway, I'm just going to put this little piece of fern right back underneath of that, and I'm just going to go right through the basket there. Cute, cute, cute. All right, now I'm going to go on the other side over there. Oh, thank you for sharing, Adele. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where did I get the basket, Vanita? I got it at the wreath shop. As soon as I see, right after Christmas every year, if I haven't ordered them from market, I always go and try and find some. And if anybody's got them in stock, I get them early because they sell out. So I don't know if they still have some. All right, now I don't want it matchy match, so I'm going to come up a little bit higher on this side with this fern. Okay, now, I'm okay. I felt, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit more greenery underneath that bow. Just going to check and make sure that's not too much. Doing good on time? Yeah, I think I am too. Mandy's wanting to know, do I have an instruction manual with my pick machine? No, I always have to get on YouTube, Mandy, and if I ever have a problem I can't fix, I usually have to get on YouTube. But I have to say, when I've had any problems, most times if I unload it and clean it and oil it, then it usually solves the problem. I neglect it. I don't take good care of it. But yeah, if you go on YouTube, there are some videos there. All right, I'm going to do a few more florals there in the center, and then we'll work on that bow. Get this fern here going where I want it. Wish this had a little bit more of that lime. All right, where do we want it? I like it there. Don't want it there. I think we're going to go right back in here with it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's go back here. I liked it when I saw this spray at Market. I just liked it was a little bit different. Pretty unique and bold colors, which I like. All right, let's get these looking right here. Hey Norbert, how are you? Now I know YouTube's up. I'm going to have to go back and forth, make sure I don't miss you guys. I said, I don't know what the problem was with it. I tried several times to get it going and it just didn't work. All right, I've got another purple. I'm kind of wanting to put that. I think I want to put that there. So I'm going to have to get a even longer pick. I've got 6-inch picks. We'll use that. And again, I'm just going to wrap that wire around the stem. Then cover it with tape. And this might be entirely too long. I don't know. We'll see. No, I thought it was going to be way long, but it's not. So. This has got a kind of a broken twig back here. I'm just going to break this or tear that off there where it looks right. Just keep fussing with it till I get where you want it. All right, now let's fix these guys. And this one here, I put it in early. I'm going to see if I can bring it out. I think it's too short. Oh, actually, you know what? It's part of something else, so I'm going to have to cut it out. This, you weren't able to see it at all, so I just trimmed it out. I really would like to have it over in here somewhere. We'll bring this guy over here. Or do we want to put this? I like that better there. All right, I've got to get right in front of you again here. I know you're looking at the back of my head. Okay, I'm going to bring that back there. To wrap it again here with another pick. This one I don't have much stem on, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on it too. Oh, thank you, Adele. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, it was very unique. And I love bright colors. If you're on my email list, you know I talked about bright colors yesterday. They make me happy. That doesn't mean I don't like the muted colors too, because I do. But the bright colors always make me smile. Like sunflowers. Nola Wreathmaker, how are you? Thank you for being here. Now, where was I going to go with this? I think I was wanting to make it kind of tall, wasn't I? Yes. That's where it needs to be. We're almost done, guys. I have to fix the bow, of course. I like it. It's something right there. You know what? I've got a little bit of these berries. That would be good right there. A little bit of the berries. Berry colored berries. That's a lot of berry right there, though. Put it down. I'll wait on that. Don't have a place I like for it. All right, let's go ahead and get the bow finished. And as I said, and I need to have some of that berry showing from the underneath of this, but let me go ahead and I'm just going to cut these ribbons at an angle. And then we're going to curl them. I might need to trim a little bit shorter than this. Okay, so there's that. Now on this, I'm going to do the same thing, just cut it at an angle. And I was looking to make sure it was fused. It is not, so I'll have to deal with that too. We'll have to curl that under, make sure that doesn't show. Trying to make it where I've got a little bit more of the berries showing. Okay, I'm going to look at this in the camera here. Okay. All right, you know what we could do too? Still got those little berries that I was looking at for a home for them. I'm going to put those right there. I don't like that necessarily. It's almost like it's too much. Let me look here. See what else we got. I like that. Let's do that. Hey, Vanita. Leaving now, join at the critique. Okay, I'll be there. Yeah, I'm using that butterfly ribbon again. I sure am. I've got some butterflies too. I need to get some and put them in here. I think that'd be really cute. Trying to get my glue strings off. We still got a little bit of a hole here as far as greenery. I'm going to get just a little bit more off my bushes here. I had some of that eucalyptus, that'd be perfect right there. But I don't. I do have something here though. Go. Okay. All right, I think I'm about done now. I probably need to add, I feel like I need just a little bit more of the lime green and maybe even add a little bit of this throughout. But I need to get off of here so I can get ready for our wreath critiques. Okay. Oh, that's Ethel May. I see. Yes, I thought you were Adele, Ethel May. Hey, Julie, how are you? All right, I'm on to you now, Ethel May. Oh, you're welcome, Eve. All right, I'm going to look through here and see if I have anybody who has any questions. I do not see any. Yeah, that's what I was saying on TikTok. I don't know what everybody's name is, so if I'm calling you the wrong name, I apologize, and I don't, that's just the way it comes up somehow. So, all right, anybody else have any other questions? A couple of the green flowers, yeah, that would be perfect. I do have a couple of larger lime green ranunculus behind my magic wall, but I don't want to open up another bush just for that flower, because there's just one of them in each of these. I think that would be, yes, I think that would work. I'm going to get those others and see how they, how it matches with it. They are just a little bit larger than these, but But yeah, I love it. I think it's really cute. All right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you being here on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you again. And, oh, thank you, Rafaela. Thank you so much. And hey, Jean, I didn't see you out there. Nice to see you too. But I will be live again. If I'm not another day, I'll be live again Friday at 10 a.m. I usually do not send out a text for that one because of the time, the time zones. I'm in an early time zone. Somebody else might be in a later, and I don't want to wake you up. But I'll be live Friday at 10 a.m. That's Eastern time. And then I always, I pop in randomly sometimes during the week also. If you do want to get on the text list, so I'll text you if I do go live, the number is 812-289-6187. That's 812-289-6187. And anybody that's on that list can tell you I do not send random text just here willy-nilly, because I hate when people do that to me. I won't do that to you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.